Now that we have power back, welcome back to some more Stormworks. I'm StormRunner Gaming, and today we are back here with my Chevy Silverado I built a little while ago here, maybe a month, if not a little bit less. Nonetheless, we did do a couple different versions of this vehicle, like ones with the new wheels from a week or two ago with that Friday update. We just did the half-track version of it now, so you may be wondering why I brought it out again for this video here. And here is your answer. If we go over to the side here and look at it, we have replaced all four of those wheels with tank tracks. And I've got them in that little triangular formation there to give us the most traction while still giving us turning between the front wheels. And actually, the way I designed it, there is no suspension on any of these wheels, but the vehicle does have four-wheel turning. And if you haven't already noticed, I have also trimmed back on the bumpers on the vehicle as well. And why I've done that will become quite apparent in a second or two here. So of course the vehicle does function properly like it used to, with the drive gear and off-roading mode moving us pretty well, but the one big thing about these tank tracks is that they are painfully slow. As you can tell, we're going maybe, 7 miles per hour? And the top speed of this vehicle with these tank tracks on here is about 8 miles per hour, maybe going down a hill or something. It's not exactly what you would call lively or fast by any standards. Nonetheless, just like the high grip wheels, these things do give amazing grip. And the thing I really want to show off today as we're getting over to the mountains over there is the crazy amount of grip and just ability to climb mountains here. And I'm thinking about renaming this vehicle to the Mountain Goat version. It sounds kind of silly that I'm saying it now, but nonetheless, it's still a pretty good name for it because I've been playing around with this with some people from the Discord server, and this thing can get some crazy angles on the sides of mountains. And I've got a couple of pictures here for you guys that we took, a couple screenshots, and I'm gonna try to replicate a couple of the things you are seeing right now on screen for this video today and see if we can do a full 90-degree wall climb with this thing or not, because with a couple improvements I've made here now, I think it might actually be possible, which seems kind of insane by some aspects, but nonetheless, I still think the vehicle has it in it. So it's going to be a minute or two before we get over to this thing here, so I'll be right back with you guys when we get there. So of course this vehicle does have the four-wheel drive system like with the other wheels, and I did chop off all of the suspension on here, but nonetheless it does have a low-range gearbox as well as another high-speed gearbox to enable us the best possible chance to get up here. With that pretty strong 100 RPS engine there, we should have plenty of power to get up here right now, and we're getting a decent angle already. Let me make sure we're in low gear here, so we get more power, more torque, excuse me, and less power. Now hit that low gear. Come on. It's struggling a little bit. Come on. It's trying. Shoot, we slipped. That's one of the problems. If you can't get a good contact region with those tank treads on a very high angled spot, it's very difficult to climb up it. But dang, there it goes. And look at that angle. That's at least a 70-degree angle, and no problem once we get some traction on these tank treads here. So I've already done somewhat of a route like this, if you guys did see those pictures before, but nonetheless I'm going to go through another one of these little hills here just to show off what it actually can do before I throw a seemingly impossible mission at it, because I really don't know if it can do the full 90-degree, I guess, like wall almost. I'm gonna have it try to climb, but you can just see the sheer angle of this mountain here that we're climbing up. and it has no problem doing it. It's like, what mountain? Nope. It's almost like no area is safe anymore with this thing. Then again, you may have to allocate a month or two to travel wherever you want with this vehicle, because yet again, the top speed is 7 miles an hour. So, I mean 7 miles an hour, but you don't have to take a 2-hour trip around a mountain. You can just go right up the face of the mountain. So, I mean, for rescuing purposes, if you have any snow anywhere, or frankly any obstacle that isn't like huge rocks, you can get there easily in this vehicle, I believe. And of course, I have made a couple of different changes to this with a little bit of tweaking on the engine side, just to give it a little bit more power here as well. And I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but with this button here, we now have that 4-wheel steering with these tank tracks. So if you guys know those, I don't know exactly what they're called, but the snowmobile type of vehicles, but they're basically like really hefty Arctic trucks that have this like A-frame type of tank track design here. They usually do, or at least some versions I know of, have the 4-wheel turning system here. Of course, they do have the 4-wheel drive as well. So I thought I would put that on here as well for a cool, different thing that, I mean, you can almost do a full circle straight in place. I mean, when you pin it down, you almost... I don't actually know what happens when you pin it down here. You kind of just... You really do just go in a circle until you break it. Yep, we stalled the engine. We need to get that thing started again. And I'm actually going to turn that off for right now. Well, actually, we do need to turn around again, because the next challenge, as you can see right here, I have a 90-degree angle right behind me. And this thing is crazy steep. And I have yet to actually get up here. I mean, I've tried a couple different upgrades to the truck and everything, and so far, nothing has worked. I mean, it's almost impossible, I'd have to say. And we have to, I'm trying to hit it at least a little bit of an angle here to get some sort of track. Oh, come on. I'm trying to pop it up onto there. I really don't want to flip the truck, though. As you can see, the sheer angle of this thing is insane. I think the back end of the truck, maybe the exhaust is hitting the ground right now. That's painfully annoying. But, wait, is it gonna do it? We're standing it up like a bookshelf against this thing here. And I think it's just... Wait, no! Ah, I lost it a little bit, and we're on our side. That is... I mean, that's probably an 80-degree angle here. I'd say that's a full 90 there. But for a few seconds there, we were riding on like an 80... maybe a 90-degree angle, depending on what's down here versus that. That's insane. Insane to me. That's insane for Stormworks and for any vehicle in general. I don't think a vehicle in real life would do anything like that. But I want to do one more test with you guys today. I'm going to jump right back to the workshop to test this thing out. And the test that I want to do with this thing, if we didn't remember before, I believe the top speed for the vehicle was around 7 miles per hour. Somewhere around there. Let's get full power there. We got about 7.7 there. I'm interested to see, because I haven't played around so much with the high grip tires here, so I'm interested to see what their top speed is and if they're capable of anything close to what these tank treads are with that mountain climbing we just did. So this version of the truck does have some suspension, but it is that built-in suspension from them, because the new tires still don't agree with my really heavy off-roading suspension that I had. So I think we've already beat the top speed of the other one. Yep, easily getting 13 miles per hour in top gear there. So it's definitely a little bit faster, but that might be a big disadvantage for climbing some hills here, because I'm trying to show off like a baseline real quick to see if the high grip tires are better or worse, if these tank treads are a new, like a crazy new addition to the game that has never been able to be done before. I mean, of course, there are the eight-wheel drive vehicles that will haul like oil or gasoline or whatever that might have been able to make it up this, but I'm really interested in just like a smaller four-wheel drive pickup truck like I've got here, and its ability to get up large slopes. I'm gonna meet you guys as we get to this first part here. And now we have the big test here. We are in low gear now. We've got four-wheel drive off-roading mode on. It seems like we are still going pretty well here. I know we do have those bumpers on here, but I don't think that'll be a huge problem for us. Oh, that's a problem. Suspension isn't even letting us get up to there. Come on. Oh, now it's climbing a little bit. Nope. It doesn't seem to get even enough traction. It's like the back end is it's just whipping itself around. So definitely those new tank treads are an addition to the game here with so much grip there. And one of the biggest reasons is the huge contact area from that long bottom end of that triangle it created that gives us so much traction between all four of the points on the ground versus the small contact region of a regular tire. Even though the regular tire allows us to go so much faster, for the off-road and for, I guess, mountain climbing reasons, those tank treads are king. So that is about all I have for today on this vehicle here. I just wanted to show off my findings more recently while playing around with the latest update in the game and what I've been doing with some vehicles as well. But of course, if you guys do want to push this vehicle to its outer limits, maybe move that exhaust or something, I sincerely doubt you can stably get it up a 90-degree angle, but I mean, I've been proved wrong before. Nonetheless, it'll be up on the workshop there with that link down below in the links section of the description. Anyways, that is where I will be ending my video here. So of course, if you guys did like this, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel to stay up with Stormworks and more of my content, but I've never been great at goodbyes, so people need me, and I need to go.